Hey, here we are coming up the driveway. He wants it to come past this way, kind of do an S curve, coming just like I'm walking in reference to the driveway. He says this Japanese maple and this light can go right as we get about 20 feet up from this sidewalk. He says it can bubble out. And just about like the snow's melted. He said the snow showed him a lot and that it was nice to be able to park a vehicle here. If he could park one here and then still be able to drive through would be good for him. He says his wife is not a big fan of this concrete, so this can come up. What would go there in its place, TBD. All these Bradford pears can come up, evidently. And what's going to go back is plum, cherry, pear fruit trees. The property line, as you know, goes really just to the back of these Bradford pears. Looking at pricing from about this soccer goal almost all the way back to where the new wall will be, to have asphalt coming in there so he can park a few more vehicles back here. He says when we take these down, he wants to save the straight shots of the trunks and we'll stack them here when we're all said and done, so that somebody who wants to do something with that heartwood can. And he says we can chip the limbs and whatnot to keep on site to save some dough. The wall, he's pretty intent on keeping it as a brick 8 foot up, and then he wants matching hardy plank just like the house with the white trim, and the top he wants to match this standing seam, kind of galvanized silver on top of the wall. So it would be about maybe a 1 foot thick wall and then a 1 foot overhang and another 1 foot overhang, so 3 feet all together to form a triangle. Same standing seam, same coming down in the same style. For the 16 foot tall fence, which he says is about where that cut is in this tree. So 16 feet, he says, when you stand on the top, that should alleviate seeing any cars and you would just see the tops of some of the box trucks. But 16 feet's his goal. He says it's about 140 feet coming all the way back around there. On the back side where the ditch is, he wants to look at pricing to clean that out and put Riverstone, geofabric and Riverstone on that with the round rocks, as well as pricing an option for where this neighbor, let's see if we can get a shot, where this neighbor's yard comes through. There is a culvert that comes under the road that feeds that ditch. He also wants a price option to come out of that, hook up to that culvert, do a 90, and then, as he says, protect the wall. So that culvert would pop out and shoot the water down. He says all those Bradford pears around that drainage, those are coming out as well. What else? The power he wants dug under here, and then putting some outlets periodically underneath the ledge of the roof of that wall. The 30-foot shed that comes out to here, he says he wants some solar panels on top of that 30-foot shed. One other thing he mentioned is this 3-board fence. We can put back that 3-board in some fake wood that he says he found at 84 Lumber. Another thing important to mention, he says about where this walkway is. Coming out around here is a power line, 3 feet deep according to him. And of course all these trees will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bradford pears.